Hello. Okay. Oh, that's a little loud. Hang on. Let me try that now. Maybe just a smidgen too loud still. Let's come down just a little. That's a little better. Alright. I think we'll start off with some quests. We'll do the polls later. Nahida.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment. Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
The more I do the Sumeru quest, the more I learn that meme I love of the nerd Nahida is even more accurate.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha. Ugh, it feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet.
I really love
Let's
that
try
meme.
to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find? Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
What a pleasant surprise!
I don't remember who this
It's so
is.
nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
Yeah, but good job.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
Lady?
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
This seems like a bad idea.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand.
Oh.
The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled.
I've seen this on the
first to
YouTubes.
betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded.
That's not how it
The
was.
second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
That is not his fault.
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
Oh.
Oh, great and merciful God! Please grant me forgiveness and salvation!
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Purna life, but rather...
Ah! You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Maybe.
Wait, something isn't right.
There he be.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
It's a me.
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Kainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait,
Hey, Cam.
then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also,
mayhaps
while
not.
we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night,
Paimon is cute
a
and small.
shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Suristhana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that alchemical divination at the Sumeru's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
I am so lost. And it's like mostly my fault that I'm lost, but like there were so many quests early in Sumeru that like were really, really uninteresting that it was really hard to like keep up with it. And now that it's like interesting, I don't know what's going on. Hello, Lebred. Good to see you. Today, whenever Nahida pops up, I'll be putting this image on screen. Because I love this meme. I love this meme so much, and this is so Nahida. I love this thing. It's not mine. I don't own this. Just for clarification, this is not mine. But I love this meme. Yeah, still in Sumeru. Sumeru's rough.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go
Need to
find help in
dehydrate.
the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of
We'll pull for
Surasthana,
Bird Mommy
correct?
after this cutscene.
Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So, I trust you.
I'm still not into
Okay,
Tanari's
Tighnari.
design.
Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence?
Saw a nascent god under construction. Yeah, that would do it.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Di and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god.
The Fatui.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description,
Indeed, I
don't
play a
think they've
variety of
completed their
games.
project.
This is a variety
There may
channel.
still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god
I
and
mean,
restoring Irminsul?
I do play hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
We have Lies of P
Feels
on the
like we're
channel
still
currently.
nowhere close to figuring out
Doing
the
my first
sage's
playthrough.
goals.
I do plan to do a level 1 playthrough of it, which I think is going to be fucking nuts. Because Lies of P is really, really awesome. So last night I was like doing some cleanup after the Liza P stream, and I found there was a little hidden room that had a spear in it. And for those of you who haven't played Liza P, you can disassemble and assemble weapons. The spear has like a shield on like the handle, so if you take the handle off and put it on another weapon, you can then, with your heavy attacks, they have guard frames on them, so you can get in attacks while guarding if you're using that handle, so you can turn what would normally be situations in a fight, like frames where you'd have to guard, into attack frame openings. So like you can do some really crazy cool stuff in Liza P. I'm so excited to do the level 1 run.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Ribat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Should we do the polls now, or you guys think we should wait? Oh, whoops. Now? You want to see them now? Okay, we'll do the polls now. Let's start off with using our normal polls though. I'm gonna skip these ones, but we'll watch the animations for the real ones. All right. Please, Bird Mummy. I would also like a Gaming. I love his lion, dog, cat, whatever these things are called in Chinese myth. I would love some Farazan constellations, but above all, we desire the cloaca. I do have Nahida. Yes, I have a Nahida. I hunger for the cloaca. We must have the cloaca. Okay, alright. I have Max Con on, what the fuck is her name again? Noelle, yeah. Alright, I'll take a Farazan Con, yeah. The bell sucks. Can we please get a Gaming? I'll take another Farazan. As long as it's not Noelle, because those won't help me. We pray to the bird mommy. Okay. Please, bird mommy, please. Please. I need the Cloudousy. Please, God. Okay, alright.
The name's Gaming. I'm a guard from the communications office.
That.
So, all this needs shipping, right? No. You grab a seat and have some tea. I'll get these packed up for you, no problem.
When did they add voice
It'll only
lines?
take me a minute, then we can get the delivery scheduled.
Oh my god, he's reading me.
And if you ever want to book a wushu dance, me and my crew are available in a heartbeat. The troupe's called the Mighty Mythical Beasts, and I'm the head. Not to brag or anything.
You talk a lot. He did. He quoted the Bible. Please, Cloaca, please. No! God! Ah! Why him? Not him! Oh, God. Oh, it couldn't be any worse. I don't like this character. I do not like Tanari at all. No, it is absolutely not better than D-Luke. I would gladly take D-Luke over Tanari. I do not like Tanari. Let's see what that constellation is, though. That maybe it's not so bad. I literally don't like this character, but let's see. Tanari's charge attack, crit rate. That's shit. That's garbage. That's not even a fun one. That's just like stats. Which, like, you know, meh. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that's so lame. That's so lame. There is no God. Alright, another Farazan. By the way, like, if I don't get her in this Primo, that's not going to be good. Let me snooze that ad. That's not going to be good, because I'm free to play. Like, I'm not going to buy Primos. So, that'll put us in a bind. Okay, sure, why not? They're closed. I don't know what's going on. If I mean, yeah, I don't, they're closed. Eyes are closed. I mean, I don't know what this does for me, really. That sounded sparkly. I hope that's Farazan. Oh, that's the bell. That's awful. Ugh. Not now. Well, I mean, I don't want to, like, skip her dialogue on accident. Because, I mean, if they added dialogue in, I want to hear the bird mommy. I'm going to have my eyes open. Hope you don't mind. Also lets me go through this faster. Noelle. I don't need the Fab Sword. This is not good. This is quite bad. Please. Please. Cloaca. No. Why do you deny me the Cloaca god? I'll take another Gaming, I guess. I'd rather the Farazan now that I have one Gaming, but, you know. Please. Oh. We need it on the next temple. I mean, that's... eh. I think I'm close to capping that one. At least give me Farazan. Okay, please. Please, 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 I need the bird mommy. I've literally never simped for a character this hard in my life in a mobile game. I do not even care about her gameplay. I am just down bad. Please. The one time, please, Genshin, reward me being down bad for once. I always pull characters for gameplay. Just this one time. Don't hit down just because I'm down bad, please. Give me the character. Alright, there's no god. Yeah. At least Farazan, please. Fuck you, game. Maybe the singles? please. Oh. That won't work. Unfortunately. Or well, wait, maybe. Do I need these anymore? I think I might have been saving them for a reason. I don't know that any reason is better than Cloud Mommy, though. Like, we need the Bird Mommy. I shall give all that I have for the simping. It must be done as sacrifice for the cloaca. Fuck. Can I at least get a Farazan? Witsith's okay, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I think we're out of options here. You know, I'll grab these. But, yeah, we're... Wait, hang on. We can do one more. Wait, hang on, I gotta... Just that. Please! Nope. Alright, that's lame. Well, I'm just gonna... Whoops, click too fast. Hang on. I just gotta blast through these real quick.
Oh, hey there.
Oh shit, I actually needed that.
I'm Shinobu, deputy leader of the Arataki gang. We offer a wide range of services, including but not limited to transport and logistics.
How long have they been
security,
talking?
Home repair, and musical performances. Please feel free to contact me if you need anything. Here's my card.
Like, when did they add the talking on the polls? Because they didn't have that on, like, during launch. I did not have Kuki, no. I've run into really bad luck where, I usually get the 5-star, but not the 4-star that I wanted on the banner. Most notably, I am suffering deeply that the, one character that I simp, Rosaria, I still do not have. I'll take a Kale. Oh, here, let me, character archive. God, I want her. Yeah, I don't have Rosaria, which is a big sadness for me. I'll just name the characters here that I want. I want Rosaria. I would like... I don't know if I need a Kazuha now, because I feel like I'd just use Bird Mommy instead. They kind of fill different roles, like very different roles, but like, you know, they're both Animo, so... I do not want Yomiya. I don't want Kokomi. I kind of want Ito. I would like Ayato. I don't give a damn. I do not like Sino. Wonder, maybe. I like Alhaitham, because I like Kachin gameplay, and he's very hot. God, I wish Dea wasn't garbage, because I kind of simp her as well. But not enough to, like, look past the garbage kit. I don't have any of these characters because I was taking a big break from the game. I think they even gave some of these away for free probably. And I just did not even log in to do anything with any of that. I pretty much reinstalled 4 Bird Mommy. Yeah. Well, I mean, if I just play a little bit, you know, because I mean, I have like a bunch of Sumeru stuff to do. I have like all of Fontaine. I got all this new area. The event's coming. There's quite a bit of what is it called? What's the the currency. Brain, come on. Primogems. I have quite a few Primogems coming my way. Good luck. May you get the bird mommy as well. It's too late. I'm sorry, but hopefully we get the bird mommy before her banner ends, maybe. But we're definitely not gonna get bird mommy today. How much pity I have? I'd have to count. I'd imagine I'm pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 10. 15, 20. What? Why is it? What does it cut off here? That's weird. Whatever. I'd imagine it's probably pretty built up. We did quite a few temples after getting the Tanari, which I'm still super salty about. I fucking hate Tanari. I shouldn't say that. That's a little strong. I don't actually hate Tanari. I have no interest in Tanari. Tanari bores me. I don't like Tanari's design very much. His personality doesn't draw me in. I don't enjoy his kit. I have no interest in Tanari. I actually would have preferred a D-Luke. I mean, hell, I probably would have taken another Chi-Chi even. What's my Chi-Chi at? Here she is. Constellations. Yeah, I would have taken another Chi-Chi. Wait a minute. Can we get some wishes from the rewards on these? Oh wait, no, that's for level ups, not constellations. Yeah. The problem is that I don't play very much. So it's going to be kind of hard for me to build up the Primogems if I'm not playing much. I might have to schedule more Genshin into my stream schedules if I want a chance at getting her. I've already done this for this week. I did it before stream. No, my Yelan's not level 20. She's, where is she? Where the fuck is Yelan? No, she's level 90. Yeah, no. Yelan is also mommy. Oh wait, these aren't the event wishes. Fuck. Well, there goes my big brain plan. I'm glad to get Kuki at least. I am indeed a mommy enjoyer, I would say. I was something of a Lisa appreciator during launch. How many Farazans do I have now? Not nearly enough. I know she's only really good at C6. So maybe there might be a benefit out of this. If I do end up having to do a bunch of pulls, and we do get the last 2 cons for Farazan, I can build her up and put her in my Zhao team, and that'll be pretty cool at least. Mommies are the best. I do prefer mommies over the daddies like Geodaddy here. I do.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same.
No, we're not doing the Osmanthus wine thing right now, Zhongli. I do enjoy both. I was something of a Tartaglia appreciator before Tartaglia was even really all that loved. I remember all my friends hating on Tartaglia during launch, and I was like, Tartaglia is fine.
lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to
Is the
block
wall of
sandstorms
suffering for
from
me
the
right now because I
outside.
have no cloaca.
Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
You know what we should have done?
Gawking. Come on, follow
I
me.
should have taken a shot every 10 pull that we didn't get Bird Mommy. Missed opportunity
here.
there. I'm pretty interested in the story now, but the problem is that I was really bored with the beginning of Sumeru, so I'm kind of lost on some of the plot details. I keep forgetting my plan was to watch the boring quests on YouTube to like catch myself back up to speed, but I forgot to do that before today's stream, so I'm still a little bit lost what's going on.
Where did he go?
If anyone knows the Sumeru quests super well and they want to like catch me up to speed, that would be fantastic. But yeah, it's
More Eremite mercenaries?
I like kind of know what's going on.
Anyway, traveler,
Because when
seems like we
Wanderer
were being
came out,
followed again.
I didn't like
Too
him,
careless.
and
You should have noticed those hopeless
I
amateurs
usually
trailing you
love
a long time ago.
anime characters. So I went ahead and watched the questline portions with Wanderer because I wanted to see if they would redeem his character in a way that I would actually end up liking him. Ended up pulling for him. As you can tell from the fact that I do not have Wanderer, they did not do enough for me to want to pull him. I do like him more than I did before, but I'm still not a Wanderer enjoyer.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I feel like Traveler could probably body Alhaitham.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
Well, thank you.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of
I like
Othmar
Alhaitham.
used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Are you trying to say Alhaitham's hung? Because he does give that impression.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine
I would like to
Knowledge
keep
Capsule.
Alhaitham close to my
Am
chest.
I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
I'm formulating the tweet in my head that I'm gonna have to tweet later after this stream to let people know that I did not get the cloaca. I need to convey my deep despair and sadness. Al Haytham? Haytham? Is his name? It's Al Haytham, right?
The safe haven of the desert folk.
Al Hayth. And there's a H. Al Haytham. Right? Am I pronouncing it wrong? That's how I've always heard people say Al Haytham.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else.
Oh, okay.
What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Usually I love desert zones in games. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is the worst desert zone I have ever played in a video game. Oh, not Sino. I don't like Sino. I'm absolutely on Team Al Haytham here.
Sino.
God, I wish Sino had any muscle definition
Unless
whatsoever.
my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Haytham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination,
Yeah, his character
I sought
like
only to
looks
ensure
so
that my
young.
target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra.
He's
is
such
what
a
we
string
know.
bean.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino. Head of all the Matra at the Academia.
I think Mahamatra
He's
is
a
a way
formidable
cooler name than
hunter,
Sino.
and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
How dare you badmouth?
I urge you.
Al Daddy.
Stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Al Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Oh, my stupid dirty mind.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormond?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit,
That's a really big
I'm
plug.
very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
God, he's such a cutting board.
What you would do,
There's like
traveler?
not even the
Line
slightest
up
bit of
feels like we
definition.
can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Oh my god!
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Yes.
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the
A
academia
little bit, yeah.
taking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic
Sumeru
types
is
love to
not
fill
the
up your
peak
big
of,
brains with self-righteous
Genshin
morality
writing.
and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Beat me up. Hit me. Please.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm?
I very much look forward to Fontaine, if for nothing else than the
Sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
fuck, what is it called?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
The
Someone's
Decanique,
Oh, this wind is
Annalise,
strong.
Monique, Cardinal. No, that's not
That
the.
sounded
I,
like
I don't know
Candace.
why I can't think of the actual words right now.
Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Oratrice, Danelise. No, Oratrice, Annalise, Mechanique, Cardinal.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Indeed.
Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
What's sardines?
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask
I
you to
refuse
take
to
you
call
the
her
small room
Candace.
until the sandstorm dies down.
I will always call her Kandake.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Nope, you're Kandake.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow.
Her voice actor is
She's
putting
so
in work.
gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
I wasn't.
And now that you have set foot within our village itself,
I wasn't very
it is
interested in
all
her
the more
before.
my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat
But
whatsoever
that's changing.
to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start
Yeah,
anything
Lisa voice
again while
actress
they are
is the
under
best.
This roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Lisa and Zhongli.
On second thought, Paimon may have mistaken
Thank you for the hydrate.
Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, Which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Wow, good job, Dia.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh?
Wow.
Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit.
It's okay, I like emo boys.
To my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Uh-huh. Yeah, still too early to trust him.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Al-Haytham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me,
Yeah, the I
once
overheard.
you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Yeah.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
Oh, you're one of those
My
characters.
situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Works for me. Less work I gotta do, the better.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
I knew this was gonna happen.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
If there was any justice in this world, we'd have Cloud Mommy right now. We'd be gliding as her.
Whew. Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Our stamina is something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Oh, I don't get to play as Dea? That's lame.
No, my soul! Witness the power!
Torn to oblivion!
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Door flat! The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you...
Alas,
Whoops.
that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Okay. At least the music's nice in this area.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground.
Okay.
In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Sure you can, buddy.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
Yep.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Are
You'll
they
help
gonna
me
have
find
me
my
do
grandpa, right?
quests for the villagers?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hazen wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
We really need to confirm this?
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Yeah, I would imagine it was Nahida.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Not exactly enlightening.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Oh, my wish? Wait, did I get a free wish?
You look like a real fighter.
I'll use it right after this cutscene.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would
Got
have
one
collapsed
wish in the
long
book.
ago.
Sick.
Do you also think Grandpa
Hell yeah.
and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Alright, let's get that wish. I beg of you, Genshin. I beg, please, please grant me the cloaca. I require the Cloud Mommy. That's not it. Oh, well, there's Farazan. That's pretty good, too. If I could just get one more Farazan before getting her. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. If I could just get Cloud Mommy, I can easily just do a couple more pulls for the Farazan, as long as it gives it to me relatively soon. Star Coin. Yeah, I guess I do have enough. Just barely. This might also... No. Whoops, wrong button. Wish. We're getting pretty close to a primo pull, too. Please? No. Come on, Genshin. Aren't you supposed to give people who stream the game extra luck? Isn't that a thing?
Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume? Oh, drat.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you.
That sounds rough.
Taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay, thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move. Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it,
a pretty wild
does
theory.
Make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
That's fucked up.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just
Bro.
look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh my gosh, you just referenced game
Okay,
theory.
good sir. What is
Can't
it you would
believe
like
you.
to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Well, he swore. I mean, he's got to be telling the truth.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the
Interesting,
past few
considering
days,
the
so he
Archon's
probably
protecting
hasn't been
them.
around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
No, he's not.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard that.
Sorry.
He's kinda cute, I guess. I just wish
It's
he
part
had
of
some
being
muscle.
a mantra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isaac!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
I am so sleepy. The quests are
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone.
like they're
Sometimes
interesting
he
enough that
stares
like
at the
I'm
sky
not
in
like
a daze.
falling asleep
Other
quite, but
times he
I
just
am
pokes at the
sleepy.
ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
He sounds good.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
I'll be fine.
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No, no need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Nope.
In the forest. from a scholar.
Where is it? Am I closing my eyes? No. I mean, you know, sometimes I blink a little while. Where in the world? Here it is.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in that direction.
I don't think I'm familiar with the word extant.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have
Damn.
to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
I like good food.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
head
find
to
him.
Aru Village and inform Candace
Hopefully
and the
he's
others about
okay.
what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
It's a faster teleport. Yeah, definitely.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Nope,
Huh.
not one bit.
I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Thank you for the hydrate cam. In the hip head.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in
Well, hello
King
there,
Deshret.
Satori-chan.
The way they see it, King
Welcome to
Deshret's
the channel.
resurrection is their only chance at
Hope you're doing
overthrowing
well.
the academia.
We're having a very chill stream. There's not a whole
Throwing
lot
all of
going on.
Sumeru into
We're just
chaos
kind
is
of
the
going through
only
the
way to
Genshin
change the way
story.
of life here in the desert.
So sorry if there's not a whole lot of
Anyway,
talking.
That's my guess why they've chosen to become
Usually there's a
radicals.
lot more on the channel. But feel free to, engage with me in chat as much as you like. I'm very capable of paying attention to the story and also talking to chat. He's winking at me.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's head out.
I hope you're doing well.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Did I play Star Rail? I play a bit of Star Rail. I'm at the... oh gosh, what's the space station after Eurolo 6? I'm at the point where they require you to get level ups before you can continue the story. Right after you meet the small doctor character. So I need to get a bit more levels, and then I can continue the Star Rail story. It'd be nice if I could pull Kafka in the time that she's back, but I don't think that'll happen. My character? Oh, this one? Yeah, he's a good boy. Or do you mean the Traveler? Oh, whoops. Do you mean... You mean him? The MC? I do love the male Traveler look a lot. I'm very into braided look on boys, as you can tell from my design. Yeah. People pointed out to me that the art style for my model and like the way that it does the hair is actually pretty similar to Genshin, particularly the Traveler. Yeah, male Traveler is very cute. I like the belly button. The exposed belly. We need more men in crop tops. Or did you mean Xingqiu? Yeah, I love it. Oh, you did Mijing Shu. Okay, I see. Yeah, he's a good boy. He likes to read. He's best friends with, where is he? This boy, Chungyun, who's also very cute. He licked a popsicle. Very nice. Have you heard the drama in Genshin? Shinshao Lufu's the next region in Gunstar Rail. I don't know about any drama in Genshin, no. Yeah, Zhenxiao Lufu. Yeah, I'm already doing a little bit of stuff there, I think. I think I heard that there was some drama for Genshin regarding the anniversary, but we get drama for the anniversary every year. So I don't know if it's just the same drama as usual around the fact that, like, they don't love their players and actually, like, give them anything good. Because they've been doing that the whole time. Big surprise. We've been screaming for them doing good or to do better at the anniversary every year.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
No, I know nothing about the drama. I'm like not plugged into the Genshin community at all.
How can a wall this tall even exist?
Feel free to tell me about it though if you like.
Unreal.
As long as it's nothing that's like,
I had the same question
you know,
every time
really
I walked this way
bad,
when I was a
like
kid.
bad vibes
Also,
for like
why is
TOS
this
or
high
something.
wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
I'm gonna hit the Ito comment first. Yeah, Ito's great. I love Ito. Ito's wonderful. I wish his arms were a little more muscular. As for the comparing Genshin and Star Rail, yeah, I mean, I've been playing since launch on Genshin, and I've played quite a few mobile games before Genshin. My primary mobile game right now that I'm really into is Final Fantasy War of the Visions. And before that, I played basically all the Square Enix mobile games, like Kingdom Hearts Unchained, Final Fantasy Record Keeper, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, Near Reincarnation, you know, a whole lot of like JRPG centric mobile games. I've also like tried AFK Arena, a bunch of other ones that like the names escape me right now, and they always give you tons of free pulls for events all the time. They'll give you, you know, 10 pulls or a whole character sometimes. You know, they bask you in lots of lavish rewards in most mobile games, because in most mobile games, doing that draws in a lot of players. You know, it gets people to install the game for the first time because they're like, there's an incentive to do this. You know, someone who, you know, maybe was dreading doing the gacha pulls, when they find out that like they can get several free like 5-star characters in a game that'll like push their account forward really fast, you know, it pulls people in. Honkai Third Impact, the game that was out before Genshin, like they were definitely more giving than Genshin is, less than Star Rail, but they were never like as normal of a like lavish rewards as the other mobile games. Like they never really basked you as much as a lot of the other mobile games that I played. I'm talking about Genshin versus like other mobile games and how much they give you stuff. Yeah. I mean, we've at launch, like people were data mining at launch, and like we were all expecting that the very first anniversary we were going to get the base pool characters added to the Star Glitter shop, because there were files in game for a like character card of Jean, like the 4-star characters that you can get from the Star Glitter shop. There were files for that, so we thought like, oh, they'll let us grab Jean, and like in Honkai Third Impact, they did let you grab characters from like the shop that were like in there in the game for a long time. And it's wild that we're on what, like third or fourth anniversary for Genshin. No free 5 stars. No free 5-star for like usually when a game has been going on for this long, they would just start to give people the older characters. Like they're pretty obsolete by now. It doesn't really hurt your bottom line to give away some 5 stars, so it's a little weird.
Geniuses like Satari are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Yeah, only the 4 stars during the Star Lantern, and that's an event once a year. Like, you know, some like I think they give out like Liney or whatever. Like sometimes they give out a 4-star here and there, but like 4 stars are not like they're not that. You know, people love the 4-star characters in Genshin, but it's undeniable that like the majority of players want 5 stars. Like the 5 stars have so much more work put into them. The animations are way better. Character designs are usually better. Just most of the time, the 5-star characters are what people really care about. So, like, it would really benefit them to give away some fucking 5 stars. Oh, we did get Aloy that one time, but Aloy doesn't count, and Aloy is kind of garbage. Yeah, not much impact from the 4 stars. Yeah. Yeah, Ito's great. We love Ito.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all.
Bennett does have white hair, but Bennett is a wee lad.
Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Aloy is indeed a 3-star, unfortunately. I imagine their like deal must have like fell through, because like we're still sitting here without Aloy constellations.
So be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
I said Bennett's a wee lad. He's small. Like, he's a good boy, but like he doesn't what that means, it means he's young. Like he's too young. He's small, he's short. You know? Where is Bennett? Where the hell is Bennett? Here he is. Yeah, like he's a shorty, you know. Here's a grown-ass man. This is a kid.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
No one's simping that. No one. I love Bennett. No one's simping for Bennett.
Just our luck.
That's understandable.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki.
Yeah, definitely.
Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
You know, I couldn't get that into Horizon Zero Dawn. I really should try and give it another chance. It'll be like the 4th time I've given it a chance, but I just could never really vibe with it as much as I wanted to.
Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
I kind of wish Dea had more
Of course
muscles.
I have.
I'm still
We were
super
all
into
here
her,
drinking together just
but
a
I kind of
few
wish
days
Dea
ago.
was a muscle mommy.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down.
Her personality
Say I
does, though.
prefer
If
to
you
keep
knew
this
her a
deal
little
a
better, you
secret.
would know what I mean.
Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family.
I wish Dea
There's
looked
more
like
to be
that
made. Why not do it together?
that meme
Besides,
of the
Delavar
buff
and his
Anya.
friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the
I wish she
goods.
looked like that.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
You like the scenery a lot in Horizon? Completely understand. Horizon is a beautiful game. Absolutely gorgeous. I do have like a slight chip on my shoulder with Horizon that keeps me from wanting to come back. It's a little petty, but it's due to the response of something they did that was petty, which is that the devs of Horizon, several of them, made a big deal about like shit talking Elden Ring when it came out and like saying how much better their game is than Elden Ring. And I find that behavior really, really immature for a AAA company. And that did hurt my viewpoint of Horizon a little bit to see the devs do that.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is
Yeah, I mean, they
practically
weren't the only
deserted.
ones. There
What
were
are
like
they doing in a
Ubisoft
place like this?
devs and like a bunch of other devs in the industry, because like Elden Ring is very antithetical to a lot of stuff that you learn about game design in the industry.
Why don't you
Like
take
the
a
UI
guess?
in Elden Ring
Go
is
on.
like very,
wild stab
very
in the
bare bones simplified. If anything, it looks more similar
You're
to the
like
UI
lambs
of
to
like
the
a PS2 game in a lot of ways, because you have like, you know, the big bars of health, the way that like they can stretch over the whole screen. It's very much made with a bygone era of
What's this all about, Zaki?
you know, mentality when it comes to approaching design. It doesn't look bad.
really think we didn't
People
hear about
like
what you
it, but
said back
it's
in our
very
village?
uncommon
boys
for
have
a
kept a
lot of the
close eye on
practices
you
that a
from
lot
the
of those
moment you
devs are
set foot
undergoing, where they're like, okay, we want to do like semi-transparent, we want to do like lightweight, you know, we don't want to add a lot of flourishes to the UI, we want to make like the equipment screens as simplified as possible.
Watching us from the
It's
very beginning?
it's just really weird for a lot of devs. So a lot of devs can't wrap their head around the success that like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne and all those games had.
Who do you
And then like accompanied with
You
the
really thought we'd
difficulty,
fall for
a
your
lot of
little
devs have a
business deal
mentality that like
nonsense?
they need to make sure that their games are in a difficulty level where there is a difficulty setting for every type of player to have maximum appeal. Whereas that doesn't work with Elden
I
Ring.
guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary
Yeah.
like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Elden Ring did take all the spotlight. They were extra salty because Horizon,
To an uprising in Sumeru.
God, what's the
There's
second
nothing
Horizon game
more we'd
called?
like to see than
Forbidden
the
West.
desert folk overthrowing
Horizon
the
Forbidden West
academia.
kind of
that's the
suffered
case, then I'm sure
its
Delavar
sales
wouldn't miss a
because it came
second
out
of
around the same time. But like,
I'll be honest with
Elden
you,
Ring
if it weren't for what you said in
had
the
so
village,
many
your
people
little
looking
monologue
forward
about the
to it
Wall of Samuel
since its
would've convinced me
announcement.
that you're one of us.
So,
Delavar.
scheduling your
And
game to
Edgar,
release
you're here
around
too,
the same time frame as Elden Ring was marketing suicide for your
Long
game.
time no see.
Like, there's no one to blame but yourself for
You
that.
should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
I love her belts.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking. Get him.
I would not like that line if not for the fact that Dea has one of the best character trailers where they really go into detail how much she does for like the orphanages and stuff like that. Dea is an incredible character. I love Dea.
There is no escape. Let me weave you. Inazuma shines eternal.
Impossible. How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called flame main is just a fraud.
Can you see my ride build later? Absolutely.
She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Lied in the village.
Of course you picked up on the pounding.
Figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart.
Hey yo,
Pathetic.
hang on. No. Why'd they take the camera angle away from me?
Okay, that should be all of them.
Do her belts squeeze her thigh meat?
You've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
Am I
No
seeing
task
that
can be done
correct
without
graphically?
preparation.
The way they
I
do the
just happened
shading
to
on
notice
that.
a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
They do.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away,
Looking aside the fact that that's not good for your circulation, that
Those
is
two
very
who were
hot.
Snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher,
Yeah, it's there.
scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and
good for
Delavar,
you.
the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they.
I almost pulled for Dea.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose
He's just
that's
a
true.
numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hit
You have
in the
Guts,
ball. My
Cloud
initial
Strife,
plan was to find Delavar first
Dea.
and then try to track him down.
There's only 3 that come to mind currently. I think a lot of reason for that is probably because like a lot of real life mercenaries would be people who parents died during war, and so they became like child soldiers and stuff like that. Very, very heavy topic, but like yeah, I would imagine that is the writing inspiration for those characters. It's very much apparent with Guts, but like with Cloud as well. It's a little different for him because like he joined the military first, but it's like a really corrupt military that he gets pulled into. But yeah, they don't have any guidance at all, and then it's like, where do you go as someone in a society in which has an expectation of you to have skills to make money, or if you were in a situation where like war is the thing that was like around you, the only way to really make money was war. So like, yeah, that's what happens to those types of characters. Like in Cloud's case, the only people to work for that can like help him achieve his goals was Shinra. And like in Guts' case, we're not going to go into that because that's like really heavy. But yeah, I mean with Dea, life out here in the desert's rough. So, you got to get with the tumbling punches if you want to actually make a difference.
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
I like
No,
Berserk.
he
I'm
isn't.
currently watching
I
it
just
for the
needed to
first
tack
time.
on a random villager
I know
named
a lot
to
of
make
stuff
the
about it
eavesdropper think
like
that I was
later in the
making some
series.
wild guesses based on
Please
my
do not watch
impressions.
Berserk. If there are topics which are sensitive, and make you like like are triggering for you, please don't watch Berserk. Berserk is not like it is a very, very dark, serious world in Berserk, and they handle really, really rough themes. Game of Thrones does it as well. Berserk is more disturbing than Game of Thrones in a lot of segments. A lot less disturbing in most segments, though, I would say. There are definitely segments of Berserk that seem like rather lighthearted because it's still anime, but like it's very heavy. It's like Game of Thrones heavy. Yeah, certain scenes are way more disturbing, but like the majority of scenes in Berserk are like not as disturbing as a majority of scenes in Game of Thrones, I would say. But that does not matter because the disturbing stuff in Berserk is like some of the most disturbing stuff that you will see in a like it's practically horror. It is a dark fantasy horror.
Wow! What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
So, like the difficult thing about Berserk is that like one Berserk came out a long time ago. Berserk is very old. So there's a lot of stuff that was inspired by Berserk. Berserk is the first in a lot of themes and storytelling methods. So you'll see a lot of people who were very inspired by Berserk to make artworks. Like Dark Souls, we would not have Dark Souls if Berserk did not exist. Berserk has influenced tons and tons of stuff. So we owe a lot to it for the art it's inspired. But there is a lot of stuff in it that has not aged quite so well. And it's really, really not for everyone. Dungeon of Fear and Hunger is very heavily inspired by Berserk. Even one of the main characters in Fear and Hunger is basically a direct lifting of Griffith's character from Berserk. Griffith is an inspiration point for a lot of different characters that would become their own character archetype and be iterated upon. But none of them are ever as appalling as Griffith is as a character. I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, it's a wild character.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Wonderful.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Love
anyway,
Dia.
Looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie
Do I
him up
read
and bring him
novels
to
or
the village.
comics? I've certainly done quite a bit of reading in my life, yeah. I don't very frequently read novels or comics. I used to read a lot more manga when I was younger, but I haven't read a manga in years. I will be reading Case Study of Vanitas soon.
Until then,
And whenever I finish watching the Berserk movies, after I finish the show, I'll
Candace will be
probably
okay
read
on her
Berserk.
own. I trust her, so you can too.
As for like Americanized
guarding our
comics,
village
I've
for
read quite a
quite
bit of
some time
Spider-Man.
If anyone is
I've
qualified
read
to
a
question the
pretty good amount of
offenders, it's
Batman.
While I'm questioning them, Why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I've like picked up a couple issues of
I'll
a
meet you
bunch of
back here
other
tomorrow morning,
series and like
traveler.
have knowledge of them. I'm very into the Star Wars comic run because I'm very into Star Wars. There's a bunch of little stuff here and there I've read. I've also, you know, read a lot of like literature and stuff like that.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Okay, what time is it they want me to wait to? Wait till next morning between 6 and 12. Okay. Shit, my build. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Right on time.
Right after this cutscene. I'm so sorry.
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some
I
time
hope this
now.
cutscene's not very long.
She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean.
I think
like
the
a lot
cutscene
of
might be a
martial
little while.
artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be
Why
as
does
dedicated as she
why does the
is,
pod
and
have
shoulder
cat
that
ears?
kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we
It's kind of
pretty much
cute. It's
live
got
from
like a
one day
heart
to the
design
next.
too.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Aw.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help
Talk to
out
me
a
then.
little.
Okay.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Ah, okay. Okay. So, my riding build. I have the catch on her right now. It's not a max refinement. Usually, when I like really care about my riding damage, I'll swap the Staff of Halma away from my Hu Tao, or I'll use the Primordial Jade Wing Spear. I usually use this. Sometimes I use this. It depends on if I want the character I'm currently playing as to have the Primordial Jade. But it's usually one of the two here. Either one really works. You use Staff of Halma. Very nice. Very nice. What are my... Where am I? Here it is. Artifact details. I think that's what we're looking for here. Yeah. I need a bit more crit rate. So, the Jade Spear is actually pretty nice. My crit damage is okay. It's not that amazing. Hello there. Welcome. Do not die. But yeah, I have a full set of the Emblem of Severed Fate. And yeah, we got some crit rate, energy recharge. This one's not very good. I don't have a crit rate or energy recharge on it. This one's okay. This one's good. I like this piece. This is a good piece that I rolled. Not a fan of the defense and HP, obviously, but, you know, the crit and the crit damage, pretty nice. And this one's pretty good, too. I like this piece. Still building her? Gotcha. You gotta stop dying. Who is my main character? My main is... I play a lot of Kaching. But I think I would say that Zhao is my main. I think I'm still a Zhao main, yeah. Here, if I can show my teams. I can show the one that I use the most. I usually do something like this. I'll swap out a couple characters depending on the Spiral Abyss qualifications and stuff like that. But I like this team. Sometimes I'll do it like Super Electro, where I'll throw like Yai Miko in here, and then like if I'm just like, fuck it, let's go full Electro, I'll throw a Kujo Sara in here as well. And that's usually pretty fun. Really need more ER? I mean, it's not that bad on ER, really. I get her ult, like, really fast. The damage would be good for the Emblem of Severed Fate scaling, but, like, I don't need ER that badly on her. You main Unknown God. And let me... Unknown God. Unknown God. Who the hell is Unknown God? You mean, Nahida? Queen. Yeah, we love Queen. Hang on. ER Sans. I think I watched something that, like, said that ER Sans wasn't, like, that bad on her. Or, rather the alternative that I have on her, rather. That's what I mean. Because I have, what do we have here? Yeah, the attack stance isn't that bad. We were planning on pulling for him next banner. Yeah, Zhao's cool. I recommend Zhao. His gameplay's gotten a little old over time. Because, like, it used to be really fun to play Zhao because you do the plunge attacks. But they get really old after a while. So he kind of bores me now. Oh, you got her today? That's cool. Did you see the people's account? Show me my Raiden. I'm showing the Raiden right now. Yep, here she is. Here be my Raiden. And then I got these teams. This team's really fucking strong, by the way. You can also swap out the Yelan, and that makes it really good. My Tartaglia is really good. And I got the Skyward Harp, which is like really good for him. I got these. Where's the button here? Yeah, like I have really good crit rate here. And what else we got? Oh, my Ayaka is really good. I need a better weapon for her, though. Can we play together? I think it would mess up my ability to do the story quest, which is like the only thing we're doing right now. But we could play together on another Genshin stream. I'm only planning to do story a little bit longer, and then I'm probably going to head to bed. Oh, you just got the weapon yesterday? Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I have a Hu Tao with Staff of Homa. This is probably like the best thing on my account. I just don't main her. I hear Hu Tao actually becomes really, really good with Cloud Retainer because you don't need the first constellation anymore. Like, you needed to get this to optimize Hu Tao gameplay, but now that Cloud Retainer can enable plunge attacks like she does, you actually don't need the first con. I have like a Eula and a couple other things too, but they're not super optimized. I used to optimize during like Inazuma. I've fallen off. I'm sure there's better artifact sets on some characters now.
Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, Looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of
The best
our village
voice,
care little about which god
probably
is in power.
Zhongli.
Life may be tough and tiring,
And then like
but we
Lisa.
wish to preserve our way of life.
Who else really stands out to me?
A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And
Raiden's
that is not a
performance is pretty
responsibility
good.
that you can afford to shoulder.
She doesn't talk a whole lot with like a lot of emotion though, so like you don't get a lot of Raiden's voice actress, but she's clearly very skilled.
I know, please, just let us go.
Yai Miko's is
I'm
quite good in the
listening.
Japanese. She's a very excellent voice actress.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's
I think
resurrection.
it was either the Korean or
mystery
the
man told us that mad
Chinese
scholars
voice
would make the
acting
perfect
for Ito
sacrifice to usher
was
in
like
King
really
Deshret's
incredible. I
resurrection.
can't remember which
They
one
give
though.
their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes,
Oh,
sorry.
Nouvelette's quite nice. Yeah, I mean
It's
I
all
haven't
that
done
mystery man's
Fontaine,
doing. He told us to
so
spread
like
the
I
word
haven't
about
seen a
King
lot of
Deshret's
Nouvelette
resurrection
scenes.
and talked us
But
into
I've seen
helping
like the
him.
memes with like
In
the
return,
Ortrice
he said he'll help
Ortrice
facilitate the
Annalise
resurrection
Decanique
process.
Cardinal or something like that. I haven't done Fontaine yet, so
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please.
I don't think I
I'm
finished the
telling
R&R,
truth,
no. I think I've
swear.
seen some
Just ask them
scenes
if you
towards
don't
the end,
believe
and people have
me.
told me some stuff. But no, I have not finished the R&R. There's a lot to do in
indeed the
Sumeru.
truth. Traveler, go.
I really fell off on how much I played the game after second chapter Inazuma.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face.
What's so
He
no?
calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
What's
I
wrong?
believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak
Oh, I
of
may or may not.
could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
What's goody to you too? Once I get further on that quest, hell yeah. I do be playing Genshin, it's true.
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
I'll hate them? I guess I need to click for him. Okay.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Oh, we love Al Hatham. We love Al Hatham.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Oh, okay, I'll hate them. I have to click for him. I don't know why the rest of the dialogue's like autoed.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you
I do
think
like
the
his little
residents of
headphone, the
Aru Village
Aksha.
feel about what we're doing?
The Yaksha, I don't think it like constantly plays stuff in your ear. I think it's like a neural enhancement kind of.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of
But I might be wrong. It might just be like a headphone you hear through.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In
Oh,
fact,
that's nice.
she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange,
Thank you for the head
they've
pats.
helped me in the past. If it weren't for
I don't know
them,
why they're not.
my house would have collapsed
they're not
long
coming up.
ago.
There we go.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier,
I think we'll
brought
probably
someone with me.
wrap up like really soon.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand.
I was kind of
but
hoping that the story would like hit
how
a
can I
more
make
even
sure
point
that
to
your
stop at,
friends think the same as you?
but it's not really happening super soon.
What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her.
No, I mean Twitch
You'll
is
get the answers you want.
Twitch is
Go
fine.
on.
There's not really
Earn her
anything
trust.
particularly to know.
Is it really that simple?
It's pretty much the same as watching YouTube live streams.
May I call you Traveler?
Or do you mean like are you going to be streaming on Twitch?
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that?
Yeah, I like Al Haytham's voice too.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I'd say so. Yeah, do the best we can.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so,
Just watching some live? Yeah, I mean it works pretty much like YouTube. There's a lot more filtering options to like browse if you're like actively trying to sort through streams. That's like the one big advantage that Twitch has over YouTube, unfortunately. YouTube's been really resistant on like adding that like kind of searchability to it because they didn't want to like see people funnel into like very specific types of creators as much.
To be honest, I didn't
But
expect you to come back
it
for
doesn't
more
make it quite as
information.
nice to browse for most people. Other than that, I prefer YouTube.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always
Yeah, I
be
don't use
suspected
Twitch
of
all that
having
much either.
ulterior motives. Slowly,
I mostly
I
watch
just stopped
YouTube
talking
videos.
to
I don't
people.
actually watch a lot of
I
live
pretended not to
streams.
hear
I
or
tune into
see
them
anything.
sometimes to like support some friends
All
here
I
and there,
want is to
but
live
like
my life in peace.
I don't usually
And
watch a
then it
lot of live stream
happened.
personally.
The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps.
I don't know what that means,
I'm
Chili.
not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent.
Oh,
Ever
that
since
makes me
you
really happy
arrived
to
in the
hear.
village,
I'm glad that
it
you've
doesn't seem to happen
been
as
invested in
often.
watching
And
Satori.
when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Should we wrap up here? I feel like this is probably a pretty good place to stop. Because I'm really sleepy. It's getting really late. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here then. Let's see if there's anyone that I want to raid out to on YouTube. I really should, or not on YouTube, on Twitch. I really need to look into the rating feature on YouTube as well. You appreciate the hard work? Oh, thank you. I mean, it's just a little chill stream. I'm not like putting on anything super interesting right now. I should honestly try to get something cool going in like the near future. Speaking of tomorrow's stream, the HelloFresh sponsored stream is that's probably going to be changed to Liza P, and then the HelloFresh is going to get turned into a cooking stream next week. So yeah, goodbye. Yeah, hopefully you can watch next time. I totally understand. I'm busy all the time too. Don't ever feel obligated, but you're always welcome. Okay, let's see here. Who's good to raid? Nyx is streaming. You can raid Nyx. Nyx plays a lot of Genshin as well. Alright, bye-bye.